Which is the best ElevenLabs subscription? Because look, there's a $0 plan, a $5 plan, another for $11, and suddenly you jump to one that's $99, then $330, and you end up seeing one that's $1,320 a month, and you're left thinking, but what am I actually paying for here? And believe me, most people are either overpaying or choosing the wrong plan. So in this video, we're going to break down each of these subscriptions so you know exactly which one you need based on what you're actually going to do. And look, ElevenLabs has become one of those tools that everyone is using. Everyone is talking about it, but very few people really understand which plan they need. And it's no wonder, because this platform can literally clone your voice, generate professional voiceovers, create audiobooks, podcasts, content for social media, and, well, it's basically revolutionizing the way we create audio content. So let's go step by step, analyzing each subscription. Let's start with the free and starter plans, which are the entry-level options. Then we'll move on to the creator and pro plans, which are for those who are taking this more seriously. And finally, we'll talk about the scale and business plans, which are extremely expensive, but for certain people, they're really worth every penny. The free plan gives you access to the platform without paying a single cent. And it's fine to get started, but be careful with the limitations. You have a pretty tight monthly character limit, you can't use premium voices, and the customization options are basic. It's perfect if you just want to try out the tool, run a couple of tests, and see if you like the audio quality. But if you already know you're going to use this regularly, the free plan will quickly become too limited for you. Now, the starter plan costs $5 a month. And this is where many people hesitate. Is it worth paying $5 when there's a free option? The answer is yes, if you're going to use the tool more than 2 or 3 times a month. With Starter, you significantly increase your character limit, get access to more voices, and can start working with greater freedom. It's the plan for someone who already knows they'll be using ElevenLabs regularly but doesn't yet need advanced professional features. So, when does it make sense to stay on free and when should you switch to starter? Simple. If you're only going to do occasional tests or create an audio every now and then, stick with free. But if you're already creating content weekly, if you get frustrated running out of characters halfway through the month, or if you need a bit more flexibility, the $5 for starter is an investment that's absolutely worth it. And hey, before you go on, remember that in the description of this video, I'm leaving you a discount link for ElevenLabs. So if you already know you're going to sign up for one of these plans, take advantage of that discount I'm leaving down below. Don't miss out on that opportunity. That's it. Alright, now let's talk about the plans that most content creators and professionals end up using. Creator and Pro. And this is where many people make a mistake because there's a huge price difference between these two, and you don't always need the more expensive one. The Creator plan costs $11 a month, and for many, this is the sweet spot. Here you already have a much higher character limit, full access to premium voices, better audio quality, and you can start using more advanced voice cloning features. This is the plan for someone who is creating content on a regular basis. YouTubers who need voiceovers, podcasters, audiobook creators, people who are setting up online courses. If you're generating income with your content, or if you simply need to produce high-quality audio on a consistent basis, Creator is your plan. Now the Pro plan costs $99 a month. And yes, it's a huge jump from $11. But keep in mind, this isn't for everyone. With Pro, you get significantly higher limits in addition to priority access to new voices and features, as well as faster processing speed, and above all, more robust commercial features. This is the plan for agencies, for people producing content for clients, for companies that need to generate large volumes of audio, or for creators who are already earning well from their content. So how do you know which one you need? If you're an individual creator making content for your own channel, podcast, or social media, and you're not producing for third parties, Creator is more than enough. But if you have several clients, if you're producing commercial content, if you need to generate large volumes of audio each month, or if processing time is critical for you, then Pro makes sense. And here's the trap that many people fall into. They think, the more I pay, the better it will be for me, and jump straight to Pro, when in reality, Creator would be perfect for them. It's not about paying more, it's about paying for what you really need. If Creator covers all your needs and you still have quota left at the end of the month, why pay $88 more? And well, before we dive fully into these plans, let me make an important clarification. The prices I'm mentioning in this video are the ones that are current at the time of recording. But keep in mind, these prices may vary depending on the region, promotions, or changes made by ElevenLabs. That's why I'm leaving you the direct link in the description so you can check for yourself, verify the updated prices in your currency, and compare exactly what's included in each plan as of today. Now then, let's move on to the scale and business plans. When you see these prices, the first reaction is, who in their right mind would pay this? But the reality is that there are cases where you really need it. The scale plan costs $330 per month. And here we're talking about massive character limits, priority access to technical support, advanced enterprise features, and above all, the ability to handle large-scale projects without worrying about running out of limits. This plan is designed for medium-sized teams, companies producing content on an industrial scale, or large agencies with multiple clients constantly demanding audio. And then there's the business plan, at $1,320 per month. This is already a whole different level. Here you practically have unlimited limits, premium support, customized features, and everything a large corporation would need. This is the plan for production studios, for massive e-learning platforms, for media companies, for corporations that need to integrate ElevenLabs into their systems at scale. When do you really need these plans? If you have a team of several people using the platform simultaneously, if you're billing tens of thousands of dollars a month with services that depend on ElevenLabs, if your clients are large companies that pay well, or if you literally can't keep up with the workload using the more basic plans, then yes, these plans make sense. But be careful, if you're an individual creator, if you have a small agency with 2 or 3 clients, or if you just think it's better to have the most expensive plan just in case, then you don't need these plans and you're literally throwing your money away. The vast majority of people do perfectly fine with the creator or pro plans. Don't let your ego push you to get the most expensive plan. Alright, we've gone through all the plans, you now know what each one includes. Now let's get practical. Which one should you choose? And for this, I'm going to give you a super clear decision matrix based on different profiles. If you're just starting out, want to try the tool, and aren't sure if you'll really use it often, stick with the free plan. There's really no point in making a payment if you're currently still exploring. If you already use the tool regularly, you're creating content once or twice a week, and you get frustrated by running into limits, the $5 starter plan is perfect for you. It's quite inexpensive and gives you the flexibility and freedom you need. If you're already making money from your content, if you have an established and growing channel, an active and engaged podcast, or if you're creating content professionally but for yourself, then the $11 creator plan is definitely your best option. This is truly the sweet spot for most creators. If you have multiple clients, produce commercial content, or manage large and complex projects with tight deadlines, then you really do need the $99 Pro plan. At this point, you're already investing in your business in a serious way. And the Cali business plans, as I mentioned, are only for you if you have a team, handle industrial scale volumes, or if your revenue justifies that expense. If you're unsure whether you need them, you probably don't. And speaking of mistakes, these are the most common ones I see. First, jumping straight to the most expensive plan thinking it will improve your quality, when in reality, the audio quality is practically the same across all plans. What changes are the limits and the features. Second, staying on the free plan and struggling when for just $5 you could already be working comfortably. Don't be stingy with yourself if you're actually using the tool. And third, not periodically checking if the plan you have is still the right one. Maybe you started with Creator but now you have several clients and should be on Pro, or the other way around, maybe you're on Pro, but your usage has dropped and you could be saving money by switching to Creator. So how do you know if your current plan is still the right one? Simple. Check your monthly usage. If you constantly run out of your limit before the month ends, you need to upgrade your plan. If at the end of the month you have more than 50% of your limit left over for several months in a row, you're probably overpaying and could downgrade a level. And if you are on free, but use the platform more than 3 times a week, you should definitely, seriously consider at least the starter plan. And well, once again, don't forget that I've left the discounted link for ElevenLabs in the description. If you've already decided which plan you need, use that link to get the best price available. Bye-bye.